Welcome to Onslow County Today. I'm your host, Lisa Whitman-Grice, and it is time to begin planning for summer fun for all of our families here in Onslow County. We are going to be talking with Onslow County's Cooperative Extension Director, Peggy Garner. We'll also speak with Emily Baker from the Onslow County Museum. We'll talk with Anna Staley from Onslow County Park and Recreation, and finally with Karen Moore and Nancy Seeley to find out what's going on at the Onslow County Public Library. Thanks for joining us for our special summer camp edition of Onslow County Today. Welcome back to Onslow County Today, and joining us now is one of our favorite friends, Peggy Garner, Director of Onslow County Cooperative Extension. Peggy, we're so glad that you're here today.
Thank you. I'm proud to be here.
Now, you right now are wearing lots of hats, I understand. With North Carolina Cooperative Extension, you all operate family and consumer science. You operate 4-H as well as your horticulture and agriculture programs. And as director, when you have an opening, Peggy jumps in to fill the gap. And we are so glad you're here today because we're going to be talking about 4-H summer camp. Give us a little bit of an idea about, before we talk about the specifics, about what 4-H summer camp means to you and what you've seen it do on behalf of our youth here in Onslow County.
Well, the majority of the time throughout the year, we have the opportunity, especially just 4-H, has the opportunity to work with children in the county, whether it be the embryology project, the chicken project that we're doing this year, robotic project, and they're doing these all within the schools, and then some of the clubs are coming to the office. But this is 4 weeks out of the year that we have children in our office, and that is wonderful because they just bring new life to the building that otherwise, you know, is not there. It's a different type of life, I'll put it that way.
And the enthusiasm and the energy and the way you and your volunteers and your team all just come together, and like you say, you energize your classroom space, and it's pretty wide open for 4 weeks.
It's very wide open. It's very wide. We have children, some of them come, it's supposed to be from 8 to 5, but we know that parents need to drop the children off and then go to work or go to whatever they need to do. So some of the children are dropped off as early as 7:30 in the morning, and then we have them till 5 or 5:30 in the evening. So it's different. It's different working with those children all day long.
You know, when I think about going into your building in the summertime and seeing what they're doing, the thing that comes to mind is laughter and smiling faces and this just real joyfulness as well about those kiddos.
Yeah, they're just happy, and they make you happy. You know, administratively, I can be having kind of a rough day dealing with different issues and walk into the classroom, whether they be in the outdoor classroom, whether they be in the multi-purpose room, or they're in the learning center having lunch that I've prepared. It's just fun. It's just fun to have conversation with them and see the way they do things differently. I'm just being around and observing them and seeing the difference in children is wonderful.
So speaking of fun, we want to make sure that as many children as possible have an opportunity to register. So first we want to know the dates of your program,
okay,
and then we'll talk a little bit about registration. So first and foremost, when do you kick things off?
We kick things off on June the 12th, which is the very first Monday after the public schools get out. And then we go through the first week of July, which is the 4th of July week.
Okay, so 4 weeks straight through.
Straight through.
Okay, and you said 8 to 5, but you know parents can drop off a little bit earlier and pick up a little bit later.
Right.
And you said the ages?
The ages are 7 to 12.
7 to 12. And then what is the registration process? How do we get our children involved?
You can either come to the office and fill out the forms that we have there and pay the registration. Because we have small space, parents will call and want us to put their children's name down. We can do that for just a short period of time. Usually if they'll say, well, I can't get in today, I'll be in tomorrow to pay the registration. Because of only us accepting so many children, we need to make sure that the registration is paid. And what's really nice is the fact that sometimes children that have never been to our camp before, the parent will come in and say, well, I'm just going to pay for 1 week. By Tuesday or Wednesday, they're already coming in saying, do you have any slots left? Because we really want to come back to this camp. So that makes it nice for us. Some parents will pay for all 4 weeks, and some will say, well, we're just going to do 1 week at a time. Because of us living in a military community, sometimes they're not sure when family are going to come in, or grandparents are going to come to visit, or they want the grandchildren to go there. So they just have to try to play it week by week.
Exactly. And what does a week by week look like? So if you register, what are some things that we can expect that the kids will be doing?
Well, this year we're going to do it a little differently. We have each week is designated me as something different, and the first week we figured, since the children are just getting out of school, let's do a lot of arts and crafts. And when we say arts and crafts, it's not always with paper and pens and crayons. Like when we work with you, it may be with fish. You know, it may be outside, it may be inside, it may be away, it may be at the beach where you're doing some sand work or something there. So we don't want people to think that when they hear arts and crafts that it's just going to be all classroom time, because we really don't like that. We like people to enjoy the outdoor classroom as well as the indoor classroom. The second week is going to be agriculture. And Melissa Huffman, who is our row crop and livestock agent, she's the one that has really spearheaded the chicken project for us this year. She will be doing all of the activities for us that week. So it's all going to have that agriculture focus. The third week we're doing science and technology. And then the fourth week is going to be summer fun. That's the week of 4th of July. And there's no telling what we're going to throw in there. We will do field trips. One of the things that we pride ourselves on is that we are an educational camp. When parents ask us, how do you differ from others? The children only get 30 minutes of downtime, and that's right after lunch. It's because you'll have the 11 and 12-year-olds saying, I don't need to rest, I don't need to take a nap. 7-year-olds are saying that too, and it's really funny because when you give them that 30 minutes after they've had lunch, and that's all we do allow them to do, we'll watch part of a movie or something at that point, but they will, the 10 or 11-year-olds are already be asleep before the 7-year-olds are. So it just gives them that little bit of downtime because usually they're wide open the rest of the time.
And you know, something else that I know that's really special about your camp is that your camp also provides meals for your kids. So as part of the registration fee, you also cover snacks and lunch, I understand.
Yeah, it's kind of like adults going away to an all-inclusive resort.
Okay.
We like to consider our camp an all-inclusive camp because the registration fee does cover their a breakfast or a mid-morning snack, depending on, some children get there in the morning and haven't had breakfast at all. So we make sure that they have breakfast in the morning. It includes their lunch, whether we're staying in or we're going on a field trip, lunch will be provided, and then an afternoon snack as well.
All right. And again, because it is cooperative extension and because you all are so close to your farmers market, I know from experience that there have been some awfully locally sourced snacks like fresh strawberries and things.
Oh yes, we try to work very closely with our farmers market. We do have the farmers market manager on our staff, so that helps out a little bit, but we do try to bring in strawberries, and probably the first week maybe we'll still have some fresh strawberries. With all the rain we've had lately, we don't know how that's going to affect that. But definitely June brings about fresh blueberries, so we'll do some things with blueberries. And we do give children the opportunity to get in the kitchen, and so they will be making some of their own healthy snacks this year as well.
Well, you know, again, Peggy, this is just a camp that is near and dear to our community, that connects children with so many community resources. If people do want to register, we do want to let them know, again, how to reach you, how to connect with you, and also what that registration fee is per week.
Okay. Our office phone number is 910-455-5873. Once again, that's 910-455-5873. The first 3 weeks of camp, are $85, and the last week is $75 because it's one day short with it being 4th of July. We will be closed for the 4th of July holiday.
All right, well, very good. Now, Peggy, we're going to take a quick break, but we're going to ask you to stick around because we're going to invite Emily Baker from the Onslow County Museum to join you because you all are partnering on another camp this year.
We are. Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome back, and joining us now to continue our conversation is Emily Baker, Education Coordinator from the Onslow County Museum. Emily, thanks for being here.
Well, yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for having me.
So we have brought you all together because the Onslow County Museum and North Carolina Cooperative Extension Onslow County office is partnering on a special camp called Wetland Wonders. Emily, tell us a little bit about Wetland Wonders this year.
So Wetland Wonders is our environmental camp that we do with Miss Peggy, and the kids go to our environmental center at Sneads Ferry, and we do any kind of activities relating to our environment, conservation efforts. We have guest speakers who come and chat with the kids. So do arts and crafts projects, outside exploring, anything like that is things that we're going to be doing at the camp.
All right. Now, Peggy, we started this camp 4 years ago. Talk a little bit about what it meant for us to partner with the museum and Cooperative Extension at the Environmental Education Center.
Well, first of all, Cooperative Extension and the Onslow County Museum have always done things together. We've worked out to be part of a family as far as our goal is to educate the children and to bring about different culture for them. So having the opportunity, once the Environmental Education Center was built along with the new Sneads Ferry Library, it just gave us a different classroom that we could take these children to. And one of the nice things is it provides an opportunity for the children that live in the North Topsail Beach, Sneads Ferry, Holly Ridge, Verona area just to go to the camp, and then the other children that are living in the Richlands, the Southwest area, Jacksonville and all, they can still go to the Cooperative Extension office where we have activity bus that will take them to the environmental education. So it's an opportunity that no one has to miss out because of the location of where they live.
You know, and that was when we began talking about this campus. Something that we were concerned about is this notion of going the distance, perhaps if you were in Jacksonville or even in Swansboro. And Cooperative Extension stepped up and assisted with transportation so that we can get those kids to that site. Now, Emily, for folks who have never been to the Onslow County Environmental Education Center, tell us a little bit about the site.
It's beautiful. The building itself is just beautiful. Looking at it, you would not think that it was a library and that it had this huge exhibit in there, but it is just absolutely beautiful just to go and just look at the building itself. When you walk in, you've got the library right there on your right-hand side, and further into the building, we've got our exhibit open in there. We've got wildlife that we can see, bird calls. The kids, I know at the library when they do their children's story time, all the time afterwards, they run right in and press the little button so they can hear the bird calls. So that's something they do a lot. But it's just a gorgeous building.
And you know, that setting, I think, is ideal for Wetland Wonders. Peggy, when we put this program together, it was important for the kids to have that outdoor experience. From the Cooperative Extension standpoint, how important is outdoor or wildlife or natural life literacy?
Well, it's just, you know, given the opportunity for children, and I hate to say opportunity again, but to have the experience that otherwise they may not have. We forget, those of us that have grown up in this area, that we get to go to the beach or whenever. We assume, unfortunately, that children that live in this area have all been to the beach. But unfortunately they haven't. We want to give the children that opportunity, and also at the same time to appreciate the nature and what it's all about. You know, if someone throws their trash, and this is where we come up with you know, the environment and keeping it clean, if they are throwing trash from their snacks and all on the beach, that can actually get into the water and it can cause the the livelihood of the sea creatures, you know, to go down and to die. So it's educating that. And that's one of the things that we have done is we will go and we'll walk on the beach and we give everybody buckets and work together and we help clean the beach. And that's just part of that environmental part, understanding environment and understanding the wildlife and how we all fit together and how to care for each other. That's the big thing that we need to get across to the children when they're there.
Again, that connection to the great outdoors. Emily, if children would, families would like to register their children to participate, let's get some specifics. We want to know the ages of the kids, how they register, and the cost.
So the camp cost is $85 since we do provide, thanks with Miss Peggy and Cooperative Extension, we do provide them with lunch and snacks in the morning and the afternoon. So the camp is $85 with all of that. They'll get a t-shirt. We'll go to, we'll take a field trip. The camp dates is the last week in July, so from July 24th to the 28th.
Okay.
And
how do we register paperwork? So online, in person, what would be the best way, Peggy?
In person, and that is once again at the Cooperative Extension Office, and we are in the county complex, which is located at 4024 Richlands Highway. And once again, that phone number is 910-455-5873. And if we have parents or grandparents, and that's one of the nice things that we get to see, are children that live in other states that may be here visiting family, whether it be aunts, uncles, or grandparents, and they will sign the children up to go to our camp, especially if they're coming to visit a cousin and the cousin's coming to the camp too. So it gives us the opportunity to work with them and kind of learn about what their environment is like.
All right. So Wetland Wonders with North Carolina Cooperative Extension, Onslow County, and the Onslow County Museum coming together to connect kids to the great outdoors. Emily, if you had to let people know one very special thing, now that you've participated in this camp, now your third year with Wetland Wonders, what would you share with them about the beauty of this event?
just getting the kids out there, just getting them to go and do stuff that they haven't had a chance or opportunity to, meeting, new people. The camp gives them that experience that perhaps they may not have been able to. Getting them outside, kind of unplugging.
I think that's really crucial. Unplug and get outdoors. Well, thank you both for your time. As we close, we're going to say goodbye to Peggy and thank you for sharing both Onslow County 4-H camp with us as well as Wetland Wonders.
Thank
and
you.
Emily, we're going to invite you to stay and we're going to talk about Onslow County Museum Summer Art coming up.
Okay.
Welcome back, and joining us now again is Emily Baker with the Onslow County Museum. Emily, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Emily, you brought a friend with you today.
I did.
And this is what kind of creature?
Kangaroo.
So we're talking about summer art, a kangaroo. What is this year's theme?
It's Australia, the land down under.
The land down under, Australia. Is this the first time the museum has done Australia as
It is brand new. We thought, hey, why not? Let's go for it.
Go for it or go down under.
Go under. Yeah.
Go down under. So we want to know all about summer art. We want to know the things that you have planned for the kids, who can attend, how do you get involved? And so the first thing is tell us a little bit about summer art in general.
So summer art, we have the kids for a week, 9 to 4.
Okay.
They do all kinds of arts and crafts projects and activities. So this year, since it is about Australia, all of our crafts and activities that we do are going to be centered around that. So one thing that the kids are going to be making are boomerangs. So we're going to kind of make two different types. One, a paper boomerang, just they kind of make it out of origami. They do origami. And this one, if they do it right, will actually fly and come back.
Okay.
And then I think we're going to make a bigger type, maybe out of wood. I don't know yet. We're questioning whether that'll work or not. That may be for more decorative purposes. But the paper origami will for sure work like a returning boomerang. So that is one activity that the kids will get to do, along with art painting and dot painting that the Aborigines, so our native peoples of Australia, would have been doing. Some games, relays, things like that. So we're just going to be going full force.
Full on Australia.
Yes.
I know, as a matter of fact, because I heard this in the office the other day, you have been practicing with a didgeridoo.
Yes.
And tell our viewers, what is a didgeridoo? They might know the sound, but not know that that's what it's called.
Yes, so it's like essentially a wooden tree
Okay.
that they have hollowed out, and they use that to make sounds. It's a musical instrument for the Aborigine people. So the kids are going to get to make their own, not out of wood, but we have some PVC pipe that we're going to kind of reconstruct, and the kids will be able to decorate and do whatever they would choose to for that. So that'll be fun.
So Summer Art, which our audience may not realize, is more than 30 years old.
Yes.
It's the museum's central summer enrichment programming that we do for kids 8 to 14. And this year, since you're doing Australia, all kinds of Australian-inspired arts and crafts, you're going to be learning about the native peoples, the Aborigines. And what about, since you have this kangaroo here, what about the wildlife of Australia? Because that's something that I think confounds people, all the creatures that are so different.
Yes, they are there. You can't find some of these creatures anywhere else in the world. They just inhabit Australia, so we're definitely going to see some pictures of these crazy and creative made animals, and the kids may get a chance to perhaps make one or be one. So, and every Friday they do a play for their parents and friends and family. So perhaps they may become one of these crazy animals that live in Australia for their play on Friday.
So embody the spirit of the kangaroo.
Yes.
Or the platypus.
Yes.
And also I know that you are working on planning their field trip, because that's always a big part of every session that you do. And where have you planned your field trip for this year?
So every week on a Thursday we go, and that's our field trip day. So this year we're going to the Sylvan Heights Bird Park in Scotland Neck.
Okay.
They have all kinds of birds, and one section is from Australia. So we're definitely going to go there and check out some of the birds they have there from Australia.
Oh, so they will not just see pictures, they're going to actually see
some of these creatures.
Awesome. Now, tell us the weeks that Summer Art is scheduled.
So we do 3 weeks out of the summer, and it's every other week. So our first week is June 12th.
Okay.
The second week is June 26th. And then we skip that week for July 4th week, and then our last week is July 12th, or July 10th. Sorry.
Okay, very good. And the children who can attend, do they attend all 3 sessions, 1 session?
They'll just need to attend 1 session, because if they come back, we're going to be doing the same stuff. So.
Okay, so each week is identical.
Yes, ma'am.
And how do we register? How do we get our kiddos involved in Summer Art at the Onslow County Museum?
So they can come into the museum. We have registration forms right there at the front desk for them. They could go online. They could just type into Google Onslow County Museum. We're the first one to pop up. They can click on our website, and it's the front page.
Okay.
So if they would like or can't get out to the museum, they can go right online, download the form, print it out, send in their payment in the mail.
Okay, and how much is registration?
So registration is $75.
And that covers the whole week?
Whole week, so 9 o'clock to 4 o'clock.
Okay.
T-shirt, they get a T-shirt. So this year, of course, it's got to be Australia themed, so it's going to look really cool. I'm really excited about that. Doing a new color we haven't done before. So they get their T-shirt. They get any kind of projects that we do throughout the week, anything like that. So that will all include all of that.
And the field trip includes?
And the field trip, yes, ma'am.
Okay, and anything special about the field trip other than just getting to see the cool birds?
So there at Scotland, in the Sylvan Heights Bird Park, they have a landing zone.
Okay.
And it's a huge building that the kids will get a feeding stick, and we can go inside, and they have these birds that will come and land and eat from this feeding stick that the kids will be able to have. So, we'll take them in there so they can actually maybe had little birds land on them.
So up close and personal.
Yes.
All right. So Emily, last but not least, let's tell folks how to reach the museum.
So you can call us. So our number is 910-324-5008.
Okay.
Or you can just go online, Onslow County Museum, and get our registration form that way.
Well, excellent. Well, Emily Baker, thank you, and thank you for bringing your little
Yes,
friend.
ma'am.
And we look forward to taking a trip to the land of Australia, the land of Oz, I think.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Onslow County Today, and joining us now is a new face to Onslow County Today, Anna Stanley from Onslow County Park and Rec. Anna, we're so glad you're here.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
So you have officially joined the Onslow County Park and Rec family. When did you join the staff?
The end of January.
End of January, and the first thing they said is, oh, you've got some special events to plan, and don't forget about summer camp, right?
Yes.
So we're here today to talk about the Onslow County Park and Recreation summer camp that you all host every year. We want to talk again about who can attend, where the campsites are, how much camp is, and of course all the fun things you have planned. So first things first, camp is open to what age children?
5 to 12.
Okay, 5-year-olds to 12-year-olds. Do they need to have completed kindergarten, or can they be entering into kindergarten?
Entering into kindergarten is fine.
Okay, so entering into kindergarten, 5 years old to 12 years old.
Yep, through the 6th grade.
To the 6th grade. And then how much does it cost to attend? Because I know you have kind of a graduated payment based on how many weeks they attend.
Yeah. So actually we have 8 weeks, 10 weeks of summer day camp, but they're all different sessions. So our first week is June 12th, and that is just one location. It's at Onslow Pines Park, and that is $50 for 1 week.
All right.
And then you move into your 2 4-week sessions. And so the 4-week sessions, the first session is June 19th through July 14th, and the second session is July 17th through August 11th. And those sessions are $130 per session per child, and then $120 for an additional child.
So if you have multiple children attending,
you get a
little bit of discount there.
Yeah, and that's for 4 weeks. So.
All right. So you have 2 4-week sessions and an intro session.
And then one at the end.
And then one at the end. So 10 weeks total of camp. Can children attend all 10 weeks, or is it limited to the number of camps they can attend?
Nope, they can attend all 10 weeks.
All right, all 10 weeks.
Yeah, we do something different every week.
Every week, different themes, different activities, different field trips. And then you also have several different locations as well. Okay.
Yes, we have several locations throughout the county. So we have Swansboro, White Oak, Summer Seal, Dixon, and Southwest.
All right. So, and then as well as at main branch, at your main
No.
park, that's just the first week?
Yeah, that's just the first week. The first and last week are at Onslow Pines Park.
Okay. And then
only one location.
All right. So Onslow Pines Park, first week and last week. And then the middle 8 weeks are at the locations one more time?
Sure. Swansboro, White Oak, Summer Seal, Dixon, and Southwest.
All right, very good. And how do we register children to attend so that they can participate in these great sessions you've got planned?
Several ways. So you can give us a call and we can do it over the phone. Phone number is 910-347-5332.
Okay.
You can go onto our Facebook page, Onslow County Parks and Recreation, and look for the Summer Day Camp flyer, and I've posted a direct link. Make it easy, direct link from Facebook to the registration site, or you can also come into the office.
All right, excellent. And the main office there at Onslow Pines Park?
Yep.
Okay. So what kind of fun, because that's a lot of camp, and I know you have been just up to your ears planning because you've got so many sessions and so many locations and wanting to make it appealing to a 5-year-old and a 12-year-old.
Yes.
What kind of things have you got in store?
So we try to encompass a lot of components within our camp. So of course we do, arts and crafts, indoors and outdoors. We have games. I like to incorporate a lot of educational components as well. So by doing that, we can bring in guest speakers. We can go visit our local agencies, the fire department, the police department, Coast Guard, that sort of thing. We could kind of bring that education into it as well. And then, of course, we've got all the fun field trips that we do. And we actually do one large field trip a week. That's our big one. And then we do a lot of smaller field trips. We go to the movies. We go see you at the museum and the environmental center. So we do a lot of smaller activities, and then we do one big field trip once a week, and those are the things like a water park. I'm looking going into Raleigh, going into the the NC Museum, Natural Science Museum.
Yes.
Yes, so a lot of fun things. Also, do have that fun and get an educational component as well.
So one, keep them in the community for most of the week, but go out to places that maybe they've not experienced, even in their
Yes.
own backyard. Lots of outdoor activities, guest speakers, games, and then one big field trip a week, maybe outside, cross the county lines into
Yes.
a big experience for
Yes.
them. Now, what about lunch? Do the kids need to bring lunch? Do they have snacks?
I know they need to bring lunch,
Okay.
so they need to bring a lunch and 2 snacks and a refillable water bottle.
Excellent. And being sustainable and bringing that water bottle so that they can use that every day.
Yes.
All right. So Anna, what would you say is, the great benefit of being able to participate in summer camp? What does it mean when you invite kids to be part of this experience?
Well, I think it just means that, they're going to get a chance to build new relationships. They're going to meet new friends, and maybe they take those friendships back to school the following year. Hopefully they're going to get exposed to lots of different activities, maybe places they have never been, they haven't had the opportunity to see before. So I think it's just it's a learning, it's fun, and like I said, hopefully it's building those relationships.
Well, excellent. Well, Anna, we are so happy that you have joined the Onslow County
Thank you.
family. We want to visit with you lots more in the future. And last but not least, one more time, we want to give people your main telephone number
Sure.
and your website so that they know how to reach you and to find out more about Onslow County Park and Recreation and all the cool things that you do.
All right. Our phone number is 910-347-5332. Website is you can go to Onslow County homepage and go under Departments Parks and Recreation. And then also we have our Facebook page where I post a lot of the activities and upcoming events, and that's just Onslow County Parks and Recreation.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and we
Okay,
look forward to
thank you.
seeing you this summer.
All right, thank you.
Welcome back to Onslow County today, and you can see we've had a little bit of a set change because we have invited our friends here from the library, and when the librarians come, they have to bring some books. And so we thank y'all for doing that. We have Nancy Seeley and Karen Moore from the Onslow County Public Library. We are so glad that you all are here today.
Thank you. Good to
Thank
be
you.
here.
Thank you for having us.
So summertime, and we all want to kind of take it easy and be laid back, but it's no time to slack off. It's time to keep things moving. And Nancy, you just bring that to life in everything that you do when you talk about youth programming at the Onslow County Public Library. And we want to talk about how you're keeping these kids learning and reading and just being motivated all summer long. So please tell us about Summer Reading 2017.
Well, the theme for summer reading this year is to build a better world. And I just want to let everybody know out there that every program that we put on is free. It gives, parents that have kids at home that are not going to summer camp to come to the library, and we have all these free programs going on. So we have from building a better world to building a better body.
Okay.
So it's just going to be 7 weeks of
Okay.
fun.
7 weeks of fun.
Yes.
Now, the one thing we always like to do is talk about the ages of the children that can participate and kind of the different themes. You've already told us it's all about building a better world.
Yes.
And this is not just, it's not just for children who have been to school or who already know how to read. At the library, you all fully embrace the idea that the minute we are born into this world, books should be a part of our lives.
Definitely. Yes.
So talk a little bit about summer reading and how you aim it, not just at school-age children, but all of the ages that you have available.
Well, we do it from from birth up to eighth graders. I should say up to teens.
Right, right.
We have our story time, our regular story time. We have our dance party. We have our play day. And then during the week, we have other events from K through eighth graders.
Okay.
We have programs set for them. It's just an ongoing program at the library.
Okay. And when you say at the library, you mean all 4 branches? So
Yes,
every
all 4
branch.
branches. Yes, all 4 branches from Swansboro, Richland, Sneads Ferry, and the main branch.
Okay, so all 4 branches.
Yes.
All ages of children from 0 to 8th grade, and then as well as special enrichment programs for your teens.
Yes.
And the goal is to keep people reading all summer long because we don't want that summer slump.
Yes. Yes. This year, each year we have a goal.
Okay.
We do a reading log. This year we're going with 1 million minutes.
1 million minutes.
Yes.
Okay. I like it, 1 million minutes. I won't ask you to do the math because I can't do the math. But 1 million minutes of reading
Yes.
in a year or the summer?
For the summer.
Okay.
And it's a goal that every year we meet.
Okay.
And once we meet that goal, we as the librarian and youth services will do something crazy.
So I know our friend Valerie last year, who was serving as interim director,
Yes.
when you all met your goal, I believe there was some purple or pink hair involved.
Yes, it was blue or pink.
Blue,
think
pink,
both.
purple.
She had a combo.
It was a
Yes.
lot going on, but it was beautiful because it
Yes.
was a celebration of reaching that goal.
Yes.
I don't know, Nancy, does that put you in line?
You know what? I believe, and our patrons, that we always meet our goals. So this year, I know we're gonna make it.
All right, all right. So 1 million minutes,
1 million minutes.
and that's all your branches coming together.
Yes.
Reading for 1 million minutes this
Yes.
summer. And again, from 0 to 8th grade, special programs for teens.
Yes.
If you're going to have, I know, a special kind of launch time at each of the branches so that we can learn more about summer reading and go for your fun day that you have. Tell us about launch day.
Okay, the kickoff, summer reading kickoff is just this one day where we come together, where we hand out bags and reading logs, just promote all the programs that we're going to be having. All the branches have a different date. June 19th is Sneads Ferry.
Okay.
June 20th is Swansboro. June 22nd is Richland. And June 23rd is the main library.
Okay,
And this is for K through the 8th.
okay.
And then we have a special summer kickoff for the teens, which is going to be a rocking party bus on the 26th for Sneads Ferry, on the
Okay.
27th for Swansboro, the 29th for Richland, and June 30th for the main library.
Okay, so the teens get their special
Yes, they get their
kickoff.
special kickoff, yes.
Awesome. All right, so summer reading. Everybody should be reading so that we can reach our 1 million minutes.
Yes.
Because who knows what that library staff might do at the end. You'll get your reading logs when you go to the launch, and all the information about what the expectations are.
Yes.
And the whole idea is to keep us all reading and motivated through the summer. And even when we're goofing off and just hanging out at the beach,
Yeah.
we can take some time and add to our 1 million minutes.
Yes.
All right. So then, Karen, we're not just leaving it to the kids. You've got all kinds of great things planned for adults as well at the library.
We do. We believe that libraries are all about lifelong learning. So just because you've graduated from high school or college doesn't mean that you can't continue to learn. So we try to mix in a lot of educational and a lot of fun things for adults as well.
All right. So what kind of things have you got on tap for us this summer?
Well, we have several things. We actually have just received notification from the North Carolina Humanities Council that we've received a grant for the Let's Talk About It series.
Excellent.
And this is a tremendous series. They have great topics, but the topic we chose this year was Picturing America, Making Tracks. And it's going to focus on the art and literature of the Transcontinental Railroad in the United States. So if you love history, you'll definitely enjoy this series. And this series is going to be a 4-part series. It'll run through June and July. Registration is required for it. And it's going to be a great mix with this series because some series are all books. This one is actually going to be 2 books, a collection of poetry, and a film.
Okay.
So each one of these discussion series will be led by a North Carolina scholar from a university throughout North Carolina. And anyone can participate. It's free. And if you are an educator, you will also qualify for continuing education credits.
Excellent.
If you attend all 4 of the series. So we're excited about that.
So the series, will that be just at Main Branch, or does that take place in all of your branches?
This one will just be at our Jacksonville location.
Okay. All right. And so making tracks. And then what else is on the horizon for our adult learners this summer?
Well, throughout the year, we have monthly genealogy meetings at our Jacksonville location, and those are really well attended. Good way for just aspiring genealogists to come together and get tips and share tips with one another for their research. But in June, we are actually going to have your DNA diva visit us. She is a genetic genealogist, and she is going to be talking about the latest trend in DNA testing and researching your family history. So we're excited about that.
That is excellent. You know, I think that's the next step. We can only go back so far when it comes to the historical record, and then the DNA testing takes us that next step back.
Right.
So that's going to be fantastic. What a great program.
Yeah. We are also going to have music. We usually try to incorporate music every year because everyone loves a good concert. This year we are going to have concerts at our Sneads Ferry and our Richlands branch libraries, and we're going to welcome back the Three Rivers Band, Bluegrass. So we're excited about that. They were really well received last year at our Swansboro and Jacksonville location.
Excellent. So we've got making the world a better place, and we're making tracks, and we're listening to music, and we're going to learn about our DNA ancestry. It is just always something new to learn when we go to our library system, when we go to any of our branches. Karen, tell folks what it means that you all have this mission for lifelong learning. What does it mean to you when you get to share that with your patrons?
You know, it's, I think one of the most rewarding, definitely the most rewarding part of our work, whether we work with children or adults at the library, is people coming in and discovering something that they haven't known before, and making those connections with other people that have the same interests and hobbies that they do. So I think that's really important in building community.
And building community. And Nancy, so much of your community begins at that 0 upward in school age. Talk about a little bit about that, planting that seed, because I know you also not just have your million minutes this summer, but the idea that you have a goal for children when they begin their life before kindergarten, how many books that you would like them to be read or exposed to. Talk a little bit about the importance of that.
Well, I just wanted to say that we do have a program, 1,000 books before kindergarten, which is promoting that even, you know, they don't know how to read yet.
Certainly.
But the fact that reading to them, it promotes the loving to read. And I believe as a parent, as a mom, I wish I had took those programs seriously when I had my daughter. And I just think it's really important, to give them that love, Sometimes I feel like, in life general, what we think is important. But it's the little things that are important, like reading, spending quality time, taking them to the library. And I love working at the library because I see these little ones grow up, and just seeing them come to the library and loving the library, and just the excitement, when to hear the parents say, it's time to go, and they'd be like, no, I don't want to leave yet, I love it.
Those special moments.
Yeah.
Those special moments. So Karen, if we want to be part of and make those moments, please tell us the best way to reach the library, website, telephone number. I know you all are the social media queens. I mean, you're on everything. You may, I know you tweet and you're on Instagram. Tell us how we can find out more about what you all are doing.
Well, we do have a strong social media presence, so you can always find us there by searching Onslow County Public Library. You can call us at 910-455-7350. Stop in. We're open 7 days a week. We're open until 9 o'clock Monday through Thursday, so plenty of time to get over and connect with us after work. And on our website, it's onslowcountync.gov/library.
Well, excellent. Well, we look forward to it. We're going to start working on our 1,000,000 minutes right now, as soon as we leave. But we thank you both so much for your love for what you do, for your love of words and wisdom, and thank you for being here today and sharing with us about what we can look forward to.
Thank you.
As always, we want to thank you for joining us for Onslow County today, and a very special thank you to all of our guests from Onslow County Cooperative Extension, the museum, Park and Recreation, and the library for letting us know about all the cool and fun and educational opportunities there are for our children here in Onslow County this summer. Remember, please check us out on Facebook, look at the Onslow County website, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and find out all the great things that you can do to explore your Onslow County today.